Hi fantasy managers, welcome to FPL Team Talk. In this video we're going to talk all about Mo Salah. Is he worth keeping? Do we get rid of him? What do we do? What games is he going to miss? All about Mo. Let's have a look. With so many of us owning Mo Salah, lots of questions need to be answered. He's going to go away for AFCON. We're going to have a look at the weeks he could possibly miss. We'll look at the fixtures he could possibly miss as well. We'll look at his stats. How do we get him back? Do we want him back? And other options, the pros and cons. It's an issue for me as it might be for you. So don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. If you enjoy FPL content, transfer lists, watch lists, wildcard videos, all of it coming out. Hit that subscribe button. In the meantime, let's jump into Mo Salah. Mo Salah then, here he is. What do we do with him? I think it's worth reminding ourselves just how important. We know he's important, but do we really appreciate how important he is to our sides and how important it is to have him in when he's playing? Let's just have a quick reminder of the stats. He started every game this season. He's only missed, in fact, 17 minutes in one game when he was brought off early. He's got 15 goals. That makes him the highest goal scorer in the division. 10 assists, only Jared Bowen, who only got 3 in the last game, is better than him, so he's number 2. His XGI, his expected goal involvement per game, is 1.11. He's exceeding that in terms of actually how many goal involvements he's got this season. I think the fact he's blanked in the last 2, people are a little bit frustrated with him, missing a penalty, so he even got less than a goal involvement in the last game. I've got him as well, and it is frustrating, but I actually think, you know what, he owes me nothing so far this season. He is just a legend and someone that we've all got to have in our side. 65% of people in the FPL community own him, so that's whopping. That's over 5 million people out of just under 9 million that played the game have him in their side. That was higher, so some people have already shifted him out. He's got 170 points. That's the highest by some 30 or 40 points. I think Son's the next. Or was it Trent? He's got much more than anyone else. He's a top goal scorer, as we've already seen. Second in terms of assist. What a player, what an asset he is. His goal involvements over the last 4 years. 28 last year, that was a barren season for him. 29 the year before, 34 before that, 44 when he first came to the Premiership. So it's not just a one-off. This guy is doing it time and time again, season after season. Mo Salah is the man. We need him playing in our sides. And, you know what? He's on pens. We all know that from the Leicester game. So, we all got to have him in the side. What's the problem then? AFCON. That is the problem. The African Cup of Nations starts. He will be moving. He will be going over to that. We will be missing him. He will be gone from FPL. What will he actually miss? He will miss game week 22. We know that. The Brentford game at home for Liverpool, what a good game it would have been. He's not going to be here for that. If they qualify and go through to the group stages, he will miss Crystal Palace away. At the moment, that's all we know that he's going to miss. Possibly there's a double game week for him with the Leeds game being rearranged. Will that go into 23? Will it go into 22? We just don't know yet. It's yet to be confirmed. So it's possible he's going to miss those 3 games. I know that he will not, I don't think, even if Egypt go all the way through to the final and check out the AFCON pod that I've done already, or the video I've done it on already, it'll tell you, I think if Mo Salah gets through to the final, which will be played, I think, on the 9th of Feb, or is it the 6th Feb? He will, on that Sunday, still make it back for the Thursday for game week 24. So don't think it will make any difference how much further he goes once he goes beyond the group stages. He will not miss more than that game week 23. So he will not miss. We know he's allowed to play against Chelsea, New Year. That's there. Do you want to keep him for that? Don't know. It's a difficult fixture, as we know. And we think he'll be back for game week 24. So we know that. He will then come back for Burnley and Norwich, 2 really nice fixtures we want to target there. But he does blank in 27, so I think that's got to be factored in as well. So, what's the reason for getting rid of him then? Pros and cons of all this. We know he could potentially miss up to 3 games. There's good fixtures afterwards. Why not just keep him, or do we sell him? It's a lot of money to have on the bench for Mo Salah. £13 million worth of asset on the bench when you've only got 100 to spend. That is a lot of money. It's a lot of money that you could put somewhere else and get points for. So you could bring in someone like a Son, a De Bruyne, a Sterling, anyone like that who could get you more points while he sat on the bench. Reasons to sell him. Also, it does block you for a Liverpool move. They have some really nice fixtures, Liverpool. Jota, Firmino, maybe even lots of Origi will get more of a run out. So getting rid of Salah does allow you to go 3 men in that Liverpool side. One more player playing, I think that's important as well. With Mo Salah away at the AFCON, you hold him on your bench. With the amount of postponements going on, that's just another player that you've got sat there not playing. You might be, as most players are, struggling to get 11 players out each week. He's just another one that you're struggling to get on the field. I don't know if you've got that luxury, but it's something to consider. Okay, those are reasons to get rid of Mo Salah. Reasons to keep him, not likely to lose value. If you, like me, bought him at the start of the game, 12.5, he's now worth 13. I've made a 0.5% of 0.5 million on him, but I only get to keep 50% rounded down, so I'll get 0.2. So if I keep him, he might go down because people are selling him, but I'm not likely to lose a lot of value. If I sell him now, can I afford to buy him back later? I've got to factor that in. No issues getting him back. So the other problem is if I sell him, if I spread that money around, if I upgrade my striker to a Kane or Ronaldo or bring in Son, suddenly how am I going to get back to Salah? That's got to be something I've got to consider. Keeping him on the bench, no issues there. He's just straight back in. Also, it does save me 2 transfers. If I keep Salah on my side, I've got 2 transfers. The one that keeps him that I would have brought him out for and then brought him back in for, that I can suddenly start doing things with the rest of my side. Does my side need a bit of surgery elsewhere? Can I start to bring in the likes of Reguilon? Can I start to bring in the likes of Son in? Might have other AFCON players that I would rather bring in. So, it does save me 2 transfers. So there's that to consider as well. Alternatives, they're important. If there isn't any clear alternative, is it worth keeping hold of him? The likes of Son, there's lots of Kane, there's lots of Bowen who's doing really well, there's lots of Maddison. Can you keep hold of Mo and still go to some of those players? Lots of things to consider, and I think it's going to be completely down to your team as to whether you feel he should stay in your side or not. I've got to make this decision as well. I hope some of these options have made it clear. Throw in there the fact we've got free hits. Maybe you can get through a couple of the double game weeks with a free hit. Makes it much easier maybe to keep hold of him. What to do? You've got the idea of the fact that points over squad value. I think this is important. I've been guilty of this in the past, I think. Considering I want to keep my squad value, I want to have as much money as I want to play with as I possibly can. It will help later down the line. But am I doing that at the expense of losing points? If it's going to mean I lose 0.3, but actually taking Salah out, bringing in somebody like Son or KDB, I'm going to get more points. At the end of the day, that's probably got to be the most important thing. It doesn't matter how much my squad value is at the end of the season. It's the points that will determine my rank. Okay, so maybe I need to do that more often as well. Think of points over squad value. Depends on your team. Can you afford at least 2 transfers? If you've got a really good, strong side with a good bench, you've got teams that are playing, maybe you've got the luxury of taking Salah out, bringing him back in again. That seems straightforward to me. Points over squad value as well. But the road back to Salah, I think, is important. We're going to want him when those fixtures come back round afterwards. Blanking in 27 isn't the end of the world for me. 25 and 26, I'm going to definitely want him in for those 2 fixtures. Can I get back to him? I need to make sure that I've got the road back to Salah. I hope you found that useful, guys. Let me know of what you intend to do with Mo Salah. You're going to keep him? You're going to sell him? Who you're going to bring in? Put a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. In the meantime, speak to you soon.